Well, there we go. Big thank you to our musicians. Voice is still holding out? Just about, yeah. And to our tech team, we've tried to include folks from home on Zoom. In fact, we've got a foreign correspondent amongst those voices out in Spain, actually. So that was a long-distance voice that took part. Thank you, Julie, for doing that out there. And well done, tech team, for holding it together. So they say that there are 4 stages to Christmas. And the 4 stages of Christmas are this. You believe in Father Christmas. You don't believe in Father Christmas. You are Father Christmas. And then you look like Father Christmas. Okay, so yeah. I'd like to think that I'm still in stage 3 of this one, but I've got to be careful with the mince pies and the sausage rolls, I guess. I feel like number 3, I think. We've got family coming to stay this Christmas. They couldn't come last year. They're making up for it this year. More family coming to visit the family that are coming to stay. So the crowd is getting bigger. We're going to have kids. We're going to have grandkids. And they're all going to be expecting a present. They are, aren't they? That's how it works. Where am I going to find the time, let alone the money? It feels like one consumer festival and suddenly I've turned into the Grinch, haven't I, really? Don't you think? Start thinking like that. But giving and receiving presents, gifts, it's a wonderful part of our Christmas tradition. And there's a story out there and it goes a bit like this, that a government minister was asked the question, what do you want for Christmas? And the newspaper was kind of running an article and decided to get him to take part in this. And they were asking other famous people what they wanted for Christmas. Now, the minister, being a good minister, of course, not wanting to appear too grasping about all of this, he said that he rather liked those bottles of stem ginger that you see in the shops this time of year. He thought that was a good answer. And so the article ran and was published in the paper, and it went a bit like this. We asked leading figures what they wanted for Christmas. The Archbishop of Canterbury said he wanted an end to the violence in Iraq. The Dalai Lama said he wanted peace in the Middle East. The Pope said he wanted an end to poverty. And the Minister for Trade and Industry said he wanted to start a jar of stem ginger. So, ouch, it didn't go down very well, that one, did it? There we go. How do you go about choosing a gift, a Christmas gift? Not easy, not easy. Well, couple of thoughts. First thought is, I guess it can be something quite personal. Personal to the recipient. You think about who you're giving to and you try and make it quite special and tailored for them. Something that they appreciate and that they want. And a clue here, this is where wish lists can become very useful, actually, if you're into technology and that kind of thing. Husbands, take note. This is a tricky one, I know, because we have to pay attention for the other 11 months of the year to get it right in that December, don't we? And if you're anything like me, not very good at it. But anyway, there we go. So that's one aspect of gift giving. It can be kind of personal. Secondly, I suppose there's the practical gift, the very practical gift. And I suspect most of us have had presents at some point or other from Christmases past, years ago, and we've never looked at them since. They were just so not us. Totally impractical for our lives. Just this week, I heard a story that there's a bloke out there that I know who will remain nameless to spare his blushes, but I know that he's bought his 25-year-old daughter a toolbox full of spanners, pliers, mold grips, and etc. And you have to understand that this daughter has got no interest. She doesn't know one end of a screwdriver from the other. No interest whatsoever. So I'm quite looking forward to waiting to see how that one goes down, actually, because I think there's going to be a bit of a reaction with that one. practical gifts. And I guess as well, it's nice if a gift is long-lasting, something that stays with the recipient and has got some sort of permanence about it, really. It becomes something treasured, a featured part of their life. That's a nice aspect to a gift, if you can find that special thing that is quite meaningful. Of course, with all of these gifts, this gift buying, there is a cost to give an intentional gift that's got a bit of thought in it. Gifts that we've thought through and planned. There's always a price for us, the time that we're thinking it through, the research, the money for purchasing such things. But even if they are costly, we think it's worth it. We believe it's worth paying the price to bless those people because we care about them. There's something about a gift that says that we care. The Bible tells us, and we've heard it in some of our readings already this afternoon, the Bible tells us that one of Jesus' names, one of his titles is Emmanuel, which means God with us. God with you. God with me. God with Carol. God with Brian. God with Barbara. God with Luke. God with ... Fill in your name. God with you. And as gifts go, it really doesn't get much more personal than this. God, come among us. God, come to you and to me. Intimate, personal, your name. And this gift of Emmanuel, this Jesus come to us, is practical too. Very practical. Gospel writer John describes Jesus as the light shining in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. The true light that gives light to everyone is coming into the world. Now, these winter months, these long nights and short days make us realize what darkness really is. We need lights to find our way. Back at home, my outside light isn't working at the moment. The sensor is broken on it, so it doesn't switch on and off when it should. And that's not a problem in the daytime, but at night and in these long nights, it is a problem to find my way in the dark. Of course, the darkness that the Bible is speaking of here is more of a spiritual darkness. It's about something going on inside us rather than the physical darkness. But the illustration, nevertheless, is a good one. We all face our own darkness. We've all got stuff going on in our lives, especially during the strain of these pandemic times. It's been a difficult year or two. When I step outside onto my dark driveway, I can look as hard as I like, but I cannot see through the darkness, can't find my way. I'm in danger of tripping up and falling over. But just one lumen of light makes a difference. One lumen is roughly equal to the output of light on a candle on a birthday cake. If you wanted to know what a lumen is, that's roughly that amount of light. So there's quite a bit more light coming from those candles there. The smallest, tiniest light makes a difference when everything around is dark. The Bible tells us that in this Christmas story, this act of coming among us, Jesus the light comes to shine in our darkness, and darkness has not and will not overcome him. Because this gift from God to us is a permanent gift. It's a long-lasting gift. And John also tells us God so loved this world. That's why he gave us his Son. God knows that the dark can be dangerous, and so he gifts us his light to show us the way. It's an incredible gift that he sends to us at this Christmas time. And this is a costly gift. This is his son that he's sending. There's a huge cost to this. But we, of course, are given a choice, as all of us are with gifts, whether to accept him or not. It is possible to decline a gift. And so we're given this choice as to whether to accept him, to receive him, to let him in, to let his light into our darkness, let him into our lives or not. As a lady called Janice Meditaire says, Christmas is not so much about opening our gifts as opening our hearts. Will we let him in? Will we receive him? And so I just encourage you this Christmas time just to say thanks be to God for his indescribable gift to us. Come to us in this child, born in Bethlehem, laid in a manger, worshipped by shepherds and magi alike.